Yes, Secretary Green.
As per international market on the maps, between before and up to today, gasoline increased by $79.42, Mr. Chair. Diesel increased by 168.13 and those are combined with all our calculations. Kaya doon po yung base, how much was the increase, and then the increase is being estimated as to the pump price. So anong madadagdag sa linggo na yun, doon po yung basis nito. It's not like the Bureau does not look at it. Sine-check naman nila. But and how we compute that is based on what is traditionally being done, which is the replacement cost. That's an accounting practice. Kasi pag umakyat yung presyo, if you allow them lang half the price, then they won't have enough kasi to replace that. So yun po yung logic niyan para to put it simply. Pero our monitoring follows naman. May mga benchmarks naman kami. Hindi naman yung pinapabayaan lang and then we let them. Because once we see an irregularity, pinapa-report din namin. The administrative or the criminal or the civil part, wala kaming powers doon, no? Pero we can monitor and we talk to them naman, and then they correct it if there's something wrong, or we accept it if they can justify. Pero hindi po, ayoko nang sabihin no, hindi po, wala pong ginagawa yung DOE dyan. We constantly monitor, halos every day, every hour na ngayon, para ma-monitor yung maps po. Kasi doon nakapeg ang presyo natin. But if there are prices that are lower in the international market, then we can explore the sources and also reconsider the replacement cost or the pegging of the price on the maps, Mr. Chair.
Yung po kasi sinasabi niyong maps. Ano pong reference na pinag-uusapan natin? Kanina po yung USEC nagsalita, Dubai Plans. Hindi po natin pinag-uusapan ng Dubai Maps eh. Irrelevant po yun sa usapin. Ang pinag-uusapan, ang sinasabi ko po sa inyo, yung price po sa Singapore na nandito ngayon. Bakit po pinipilit natin? Why are we monitoring the maps? Kung kani-kanino, kung Dubai or kung saan. Ang sinasabi ko po, ito na po yung dictated price sa Singapore sa tangke po ng dalawang malalaking refinery sa buong mundo. Petronas and Rotterdam. Ano po yung minomonitor pa natin?
Mr. Chair, the MAPS is the best assessment for price discovery. So, itong Platts is a firm na itinayo for the longest time. Ang trabaho niya ay mag-assess doon sa mga spot market, mga mercantile exchange. Doon niya nakikita ang presyohan average for the day. So, marami hong products kasi Dubai, isa din yan na naging popular na hub, and historically, siya na talaga ang hub for the Middle East. So, minomonitor ni Platts at nire-record niya for the day yung price, including yung finished products, which starts from gasoline, diesel, kerosene. What our secretary mentioned, na tumaas po ang gasoline in a matter of 3 weeks from $78 per barrel to $158 per barrel, was the product itself, yung gasolina na po. And then the diesel, increase ho in a matter of 3 weeks from $92 per barrel to $260 per barrel, or $168 per barrel increase in a matter of 15 days. In percentage ho, yung diesel price na yan, in a matter of 15 days, increase ho ng 182%. So that's the reason. It's like a price, a triple increase.
Pwede mo bang i-disaggregate yung maps mo? Anong bansa yung sinasabi mo?
Hindi ho ito.
Hindi niya nakikita yung Singapore.
Ito yung mga
ito yung price
trades
na sinasabi ko, pinipilit mo yung indicators ninyo. I-disaggregate mo para magkaintindihan tayo. Saan bansa yan?
Halos lahat ho na nag-i-enroll dun sa...
Hindi nga ganun eh. Kung ang indicator mo yung maps, na indicative halimbawa yung galaw sa buong mundo halimbawa, hindi yun ang pinag-uusapan natin eh. Kung ano talaga yung presyo ng mga refineries ngayon na nandun sa Singapore.
We can produce the detail. kukunin talaga namin yung per hour, per minute transaction. But the mean is the mean, the average for the day. Yun lang naman ang nilalabas in the end ng plots.
Yeah, but it is not consistent with what is the price in Singapore now ng mga tangke ng mga refineries. Alin ang susundan mo? Yung indicative na trend ng maps o yung actual price that dictated by the tanks in Singapore?
Mr. Chair, it's a platform where the buying and tradings are happening. Naka-record ho yung nagbabay, nagtitrade. And then, they end up getting the mean, the average for the whole day.
Actually, I'm sorry, but actually that is the usual argument used by the oil companies. I'm sorry, sinasabi ko lang, kung ito yung pinepedal nila, ito naman ang bili na tayo ng bili, hindi tayo magkakaintindihan. I am sure ang sinasabi mo are supplied by the oil companies. Am I correct?
We do have a subscription.
Yeah, but
Mr. Chair.
Sa oil companies,
the oil companies are also subscribing the
yan
same.
nga galing yan, di ba?
The same.
Yung binabasa mo, galing sa oil company.
Well, there are two known assessment firms. Meron ho tayong, ano yun, Yusef, yung isa, yung ini-introduce sana natin. The Argos. Pero medyo mas sikat ho talaga yung maps, kaya yung plots. So we use the plots. But the other choice is to go to the platform of Argos. So pwede naman ho doon. Pero because it's highly commoditized, there's no such thing anymore na nagtatawagan na ho yung mga trader. Doon na lang ho sila nagtitingin doon sa platform for trading.
Ginagamit nga natin, kung maps ang sasabihin mo, yung mean of plots, Singapore. Maps din ito eh. Hindi ko maintindihan ba't pinipilit nyo pa yung ibang maps. Singapore nga yung sinasabi ko eh. Ito yung reference natin eh.
Right,
Mr.
Senator.
Chair, we can get hold of the document so we can study the document.
We'll recognize Senator Lauren, and thank you, Senator, for joining us again. I know that you have a lot of good insights and suggestions. So, maraming
Thank
salamat.
you very much, Mr. Chair, for convening this very important crisis committee hearing. And yes, I came from the BARM Parliament Forum, and Senator Mig Subiri is there. Yes, I have a question for the DOE based on the pronouncements today. The DOE announced today that it is spending 20 billion pesos to buy 2 million barrels of diesel. But it was said in the hearing earlier, I was monitoring, that it's now 12 billion for 1 million barrels now that we are in a crisis. So pag yung 2 million barrels, so 24 billion, instead of having built a reserve before the crisis. So that's a fact. This came from the monitoring of the hearing and press statements today. The same 2 million barrels would have only cost 10 billion pesos instead of 24 billion because the DOE failed to build the buffer stock.